I love intro content. Ugh, I would love a theme song, but maybe that'll be on my Christmas list this year. A theme song for Oboe Slander, please.
I know. We need one. Alyssa Morris, we need a theme song.
Come on, girl. I know you can do it. And it's going to be good. It'll be a good one, too. Ugh,
Just like 20, 30 seconds of a cute little oboe duet, oboe English horn duet, oboe d'amore, just whatever. Just a little theme that you didn't know what to do with.
exactly. You want to make it a little jazzy, a little zee-ba-da-da-ba-doo. Oboe Slander. Something like that. I don't know.
That's why we don't write them.
Exactly. We'll perform it. We're not going to write it, though.
Well, welcome to Oboe Slander. This is episode 6, I think.
Pretty sure it's episode 6. Anyways, I'm LaBarrin.
And I'm Matthew. Today we're talking about things. We're figuring it out as we go because it is still December. I had my 4th to last gig of the year yesterday, so I still have 3 left. Double Christmas Eve, and then weirdly, a Peter and the Wolf quintet on the 29th.
I wasn't expecting the Peter and the Wolf one. Yeah, okay. Let's celebrate that. Oh, I love that. Happy Gigmas.
Right. Well, I think, let's see. So on the last episode, did you say you had finished up Gigmas or you were finishing up Gigmas? Do you remember? Because clearly I don't.
Well, I don't remember, but I know I finished up Gigmas last weekend, so I only had 2 gigs, which is very, like, un-Gigmasy of an oboe player, but I had 2, and that was it, and I finished them both up. One of them was 2 weeks ago, was a Holiday Pops, and then the other one was another Holiday Pops in Missouri. So did a little driving there and got to see some old friends, including one of my friends I went to school with at Iowa while she was visiting. So I got to enjoy 2 weekends of just Gigmas with nothing but work in between. And now I'm free to not do that on Christmas Eve.
Nice.
Let's do a Peter and the Wolf on the December 29th, you said? Yeah.
Yes. What if I was doing Peter and the Wolf on Christmas Eve?
I would ask you, is this on a farm by chance? I don't know.
Like,
I
I'd
think
love to do it. Maybe next
think
year. I'm going to be like, hey, I really want to do Peter and the Wolf on Christmas Eve. I think the congregation will love it.
it gets in like some time. There's some holiday spirit in there. I know it. I just think we have to find it in our hearts.
Could we change the narration somehow and the story for it to be Christmassy?
Okay, write that down. We're doing that. That's going to be our project for next year. Please, I'm begging. That's actually perfect.
I don't know, the flute is the angel coming down, being like, Jesus, he is born, Jesus, he is born.
Yes, I see that in our future. I don't know what the oboe would do.
I think
don't
it
know what
could
the-
make a good donkey as the duck. I think that could work.
You know
Like, it's just
what?
over there like,
Something with like about like we three kings, and it's just like we two reeds. I don't know. I think we're gonna workshop this. We have a whole year to figure this out. So
we do.
get ready. Hope you guys are ready for that.
Oh, let's see. What have I done? I just had to pull up my calendar. So we did our residency at the arts-based school in our quintet where I was playing bassoon. We got through it. The kids were mostly good. There's always a challenging few kids, and always some classes are more challenging than others because they're classrooms, There is one class where she and her assistant, they just always have those kids on lockdown. And I'm like, how much are you, when I say on lockdown, I mean, those kids are so well behaved.
Oh,
Sorry. I was like, I don't know what that even means when I say on lockdown.
yeah.
They're always hiding behind tables. No.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy.
But no, they are so well behaved every year. And I don't know if she has just gotten super lucky every time we've been there, or if it's them just really knowing how to run a classroom. And I will say
Mhm.
she always seems very organized. She when we get there, the kids are wearing name tags, and it's the only class that does that so that we will know who they are.
Oh, oh,
They also so it the whole 8 days culminates with the kids getting to, like, write their own little compositions, and I think I talked about this last time, but in that class, the teacher and the assistant like to write their own too, and I think that's really cute.
that's so cool. So the teacher gets involved as well as the assistant.
Yes,
I love that. Everyone, join in.
and, despite the fact that we've worked there for several years and those teachers have even been there several years, they also ask questions when we're like, does anyone have questions? Like they often are like, I had not thought of this before and now I have a question. And I think it's so good for the kids to see that, be like,
Yeah.
I don't know everything, I do have a question about this.
Ugh, the learning is never done. We're always
Never.
learning. Oh, well, it's exciting. Ah.
So our horn player Bob, who mostly leads the whole thing, he always has a kid say or do something hysterical to him. So last year, he was, like, up on the board writing some stuff, and a little girl just shouts out, "I like your neck hair." And he looks down, he goes, "Oh, thank you." And she meant his chest hair, but, oh my god, it was hilarious. So
Oh,
I still say it to him, like, pretty regularly, especially if he has, like, 2 buttons undone or something. I'm like, "I
yes.
like your neck hair."
And then he's just awkwardly just like buttoning it up, just like, okay, okay, I get it, you got it.
Sometimes he does. Sometimes he's like, "Ah, I guess I do have too many open."
He's a little more
Um,
conservative when he's dressing now. Like, my gosh.
and then this year on one of the compositions, we usually give them just a blank piece of paper and they have to fill everything out. This year we wrote a place for their name. We had the names of the 5 instruments so they could just circle one to make it a little bit
Ooh.
easier. So a kid circled horn, and then underneath it, she tried to write Bob's name, and she wrote Boob. She wrote boob, and it was so good because just completely serious. She was not trying to be funny or make a joke, and we're just trying to hold it together. So, I took a picture of that one. It was great.
I want that one framed up, actually. That's hilarious. Okay, boob with the neck hair. Let me see you do something. Those are funny.
I was like, "That's not the first time you've been called a boob." I know that.
Yeah. Don't be surprised, boob. This is definitely normal for you, isn't it?
What else have I had? I did a Messiah, very easy. I did a Lessons and Carols at the same church where I do my Christmas Eve services on Sunday. After that one, we had done the second service, and typically I park, like, out a little back door, so we can just go down
Mm.
these back stairs that are in the sanctuary, and my car is right there, and I backed into the space, and we can just zip out of there. Well, it was really dark in those back stairs, and I there was no light, and I was carrying a bassoon, a flute, my, like, regular shoulder bag that I have, and my chair pillow, what else? Oh, and the bassoon stand, and I missed the last step. I was like, "I have
Oh,
made it," and I missed it, and I went down. Like,
not
with
here.
30 extra pounds of stuff on me, I hit the ground, so my knee is still a not necessarily my knee, my whole right leg still hurt. I will say,
Oh.
I first check was, "Okay, I'm able to get myself up off the ground. I'm okay." But my leg was really hurting that night, and then the next day, I was still a little freaked out about it, so I went to an urgent care and had them check it out, and the doctor there went, "You certainly haven't broken anything. I doubt you've even torn anything. I think you've just, like, pulled and stretched some stuff more than you would like to and probably, like, twisted your knee. Take some ibuprofen, ice it, you'll be okay in a couple weeks." And I was like, "Alright."
Okay,
But
good.
so,
Oh.
at this point, we're just over a week, and so my legs still hurt sometimes. And then I have these moments where I'm like, "Oh, no, it's totally better." And then I move the wrong way and think I'm dying.
And I'm dying all over again, everyone. So, oh my god, Matthew,
Oh,
not my Tiny Tim. Oh my
I
goodness, this is
know.
my tiny Tim right here. I can't believe that. I'm glad you're okay. I'm so sorry that happened.
Where's my life alert?
Where's the life alert and where is OSHA? Where's OSHA? Because I'm at work
Mhm.
getting injured on the job, like coming down with that bassoon, that flute, and the stand and the bag. Like, we even need to light these steps a little more, or OSHA needs to be on site. Lord knows, God delivers. Good night. We'll set up a GoFundMe, and I'll even let you guys pick out like what kind of material he's gonna get for a new leg. Like it could be metal,
Ooh,
it could be made of like old tubes, like tube cane, and we can have
yes.
be walking around. I'm like, this is it, Oboe Slander, featuring Matthew's wonderful leg. So see you guys soon.
I did that same gig from Sunday on Wednesday at a retirement home. Then the night before that, I had a rehearsal, with a choral society, only played on 2 pieces, the Vivaldi
Ugh,
Magnificat, which the oboes only play 1 movement, and then a Rudder carol. I think it was "O Come All Ye Faithful."
ugh.
And then we had the concert yesterday, mostly super easy. We were sitting there, we were like, there's nothing like sitting here for 45 minutes and then having to play a solo.
No big deal.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday was a holiday pops, and I was playing English horn. I only played 3 pieces, and those 3 pieces were piece 1, 2, and 4. So I played, and I ran off that stage.
That's a Christmas miracle if I ain't seen it. That's it
Mhm.
right there. Boom, boom, get me off that stage. Like, baby, the only thing I'm walking on there is with the music and the instrument and maybe one
Yep.
reed. All my stuff is backstage, open and ready for me to throw it in the case.
Yep.
Wheels
Exactly.
up.
I know for that rehearsal, I was like, "I've been home for 15 minutes, and they're still in rehearsal."
How it feels driving back and you're just laughing maniacally, like, I'm gonna be free. I love doing that. I love doing that. Wow. My gosh, Matthew, you just been going and
I'm telling you.
going.
And that's why it's so nice to have a day off today to
As you
do
should.
this. And also, guess whose birthday it is? Not mine.
Oh. The panic in my eyes, and I'm just like, cut the cameras, cut the cameras, cut the mic. I'm about to leave. I was like, it's not his birthday, it's not his birthday. It's not, it
No,
can't be. It is.
it's my dog's birthday.
Birthday, oh, I love his birthday. Good for
He's
him.
11.
Oh my gosh, that baby. How long have you guys had him? You know, since he was a puppy, or like,
Yeah, I got him when he was 4 months old.
oh my gosh. Oh, oh, he's the Christmas puppy right there.
He got his wet
Sweet.
food for breakfast, and he'll get his wet food for dinner,
Oh,
just, like, out of the can, and he saw me opening that can, and he was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god." Just
he's like, today my day is
freaking,
for me.
freaking out.
Oh. In case anybody wants to know, Matthew Jagbert is like our spokesperson for this podcast. He's everything to us. He likes to give his input sometimes outside the door when we're recording and
Yeah,
it gets a little crazy, but he's always in our hearts. And today's his special day.
our cat Omar likes to have his input too, but usually his input is just feed me.
He's letting you know he's hungry. Bert's like, I wanted to tell you that I'm having a good day today, or that there's a stranger walking outside like 30 feet away in the neighbor's yard, not ours, but out there. There's some person out there.
Okay, what else are we talking about? I like that I texted you and was like, "I'm telling you what we're talking about," and I'm already like, I have
Mm,
no idea.
yes,
Dress
dress
codes.
codes. Ooh, hi, twin.
Dress codes. I love that they've been changing to all black from
Oh,
stupid tuxedos. I hate tuxedos. Really, I hate wearing a tie. That's a huge thing.
okay. See, I knew that you and I were meant to be because I also hate wearing a tie. It is the devil's work. Anyways, as you were saying.
Yeah, well, I feel like especially as oboes, we start playing and our neck gets 4 times bigger, and people are like, "Well, why don't you just get, like, a bigger necked shirt?" And I'm like, "Because what?"
that's not the
It
issue I'm having. The shirts are fine. Like, the tie is what does it in for me. That's what
Well, but then even once you put on the tie, if you leave it loose, I was like, then it doesn't look good. Because I do remember, like, having even the bow tie on, and it was always droopy and looked bad.
and then people could see the open button and you're just like, "Oops."
Well, and half the time, even when a group says tuxedo, I'm going, "I'm not wearing a tux shirt with the ruffles and the
Mm-mm.
studs and the cummerbund or a vest."
Wake up. They're like, "Oh, do this, wear all these things," and I'm like, "Okay, so if I wear this, are you gonna turn those lights down so it won't feel like I'm in the desert trying to play? Because 'Cause I'm sweating, like, from
Right.
every possible they're just like, "No, the lights are actually gonna be on even worse." And I'm like, "Got it." And by the time it's over, my clothes have stuck to my body, and I've made it out of my shirt, sweated through that and the vest. I'm just like, I don't wanna sit in my car and just
Mhm.
cold sweat the entire time like I have a flu.
Well, and most of the time when it's a nice tuxedo, it's made of wool, which we're also going to dye in.
Yes, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. One of the orchestras that I keep this in mind that I sub with, when I started subbing with them for the first 2 years, their, dress code was that all the men had to wear the coats with tails and, like, a white vest. I had not owned one or any of that because all the orchestras I had played with everywhere else regularly were like, "Oh, a suit or a tuxedo." So I had to go and rent one from a local shop, like, for 2 years because and I thought like, "Oh, what if I bought one?" Then I wouldn't have to face this problem of renting it for, like, 120 bucks or something. But then I would be like, I was subbing. I didn't know when I was randomly going to be playing with this orchestra. Sometimes I played with them for, like, 4 concert cycles straight, and then all of a sudden they'd be like, "Oh, we won't see you for another, like, 6 months." So, I hated that, and it was not a good time. Because why?
One of my orchestras used to make us wear tails, and luckily they cut that out. When
Ugh.
I played with the Easter Music Festival a few years ago, when I went in and
Mm.
subbed, they did white jackets with tails, and I went,
Mm-mm.
"I definitely don't have that," and so I asked, I went, "What do the women typically wear?" And he said, "Just a white shirt and black pants." And I went, "Great, I'll be doing that." Everyone thinks
Correct.
I'm a lesbian anyway, so this'll be perfect.
God. And
Um,
you know what? Body was tea, Matthew was serving, everyone was like, "Okay, come on, bust down." And I'm like, "Bust down, eat 'em up."
but no, really, one of my biggest things is I think I've been a part of 3 orchestras in the area trying changing their dress codes because I am, like I said, very anti-tux. My big thing is I was always like, "This is gender discrimination," like, hands down,
Period.
no, um, and not just like, "Oh, the men have such a hard time because we have to wear tuxes." I was like, "That's really not what I mean." But so for one group,
No.
I decided I'm going to go to this concert and I'm going to wear all black. I mean, and I wear slacks, a black shirt, and a jacket.
Mm.
So it looks just fine. It is not a bad look.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. Gorgeous ensemble.
So I did it the first time. No one said anything. I did it to the next concert series we did there, and the personnel manager came to me and said, "Per the master agreement, since you have now broken the dress code twice, we will be deducting your pay by whatever percent it was, 20% maybe?" And I went, "What do you mean I'm breaking dress code?" And he was like, "Well, you're a man and you're wearing all black instead of a tuxedo." And I went, "How do you know I'm a man?" And he went, "Don't be trite with me." And
Oh?
I went, "No, I'm not being." And in fact, if you wanted to go back and look through your emails, my signature all say he, they, and frankly, this is discrimination. And I don't see anywhere about someone who is gender nonconforming on this dress code. And that's a huge issue. And
Very
he went, "I
much.
will be going back and checking those emails." And I went, "Please do." And I went, "And if my paycheck is deducted, I will be very seriously considering quitting the group."
Mhm. You got that right.
And so I got my full paycheck And for the very next concert, the dress code had changed to all black for everybody.
Diva said, "Oh, we're all going down. If you think I'm gonna let you take me for a ride."
Like, just
He wrote
absolutely not.
that was so funny with the email part because I was just like, "You think Matthew is gonna magically go to every email and change it all in the signature that you can't change and then set email from like 6 months ago? That's great. I'm gonna check that email. And girl, I'll check it with you. Let's look together, shall
Mhm.
we? Oh, let's pull up on my phone right here, girl. Look, like, wake up. That's period. Okay, look at you, revolutionary. You are shaping this orchestra for the better because baby, at the end of the day, it's just like we want to be comfortable and don't want to have to like all this hoop nanny wearing tuxes and just like it just
Right.
feels gross.
Then another orchestra I play with, after the debacle up with that other group, they changed it very shortly before that next concert I was playing with them. I think they were like, "Oh, we heard what happened. Let's just go ahead and fix this." And then another group I'm with where I'm on the orchestra committee, we changed it around the same time. And I told my story of what happened, and I went, "And that's a very real possibility of something that could happen here if we don't change it."
And they said, hit the brakes. Go ahead and someone edit that yesterday. Get on that yesterday. Because baby, we're gonna be what? All inclusive and let everyone just make it like that.
People like to pull the, "Oh, but y'all look so good in tuxedos." I don't think I do,
Okay.
and I don't enjoy wearing it. And frankly, I think men having to wear the tuxedos is sort of peacocking the men still a little too much. It's like, "Oh, let's put them in this bright white and all dressed up. Oh, and the women we're just gonna put them in all black. Like, forget about them."
Yes. I'm just
So
like,
I really think it evens the playing field that way a little bit too.
yeah. It's just like, why do we all have to wear different things? It's like if any sports team, they all have to wear the same uniform. Why are
Mhm.
we all of a sudden? And it's like, I think one of like the orchestras I play with, they had recently switched to letting us wear all black. But before, like they was like they were like strictly tuxedos, and they're like, oh, it's because older members on like the board and like donors prefer it that way because they think it looks more classy and makes it look more like sophisticated. And it was just like, no, because then we did a concert, like, in all black for, like, a ballet or something, and they were just like, "Oh, well, they look fine wearing the all black down there too, and it doesn't affect the music," which was, like, what the, like, executive director and the, like, conductor were trying to tell them, like, "Oh, yeah, let them change it because they want to wear, like, all black, and it's not gonna affect their musical ability." And they're just like, "We just like it because it looks pretty." I'm like, okay. Well, I'm already pretty looking regardless. I mean, look at my except don't look at my face when I'm like playing. Look at my face when I'm counting rests, where I'm looking very like, like I'm counting in my head. And it's like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, two, three, four, three, three, But come on with it. Like, let us where we want. Good night.
We definitely, with the group where I was on the orchestra committee, struggled with the board a little bit, saying, "Oh, no, it does. It looks classier. It's more traditional, this and that." And my argument really was tuxedos, it makes it more elitist, and that's not what we want if we're going to pull in more people.
Yes.
Which I think to them, they want it to be elitist. They don't want any Joe Schmo walking off the street coming to an orchestra concert. Not that they probably would anyway, but I
Right. But
think the elitism makes them feel good.
exactly, because it's something in the arts that they can like control, like on the stage outside of like what we play. And they're like, ah, because music, this is an exclusive thing. Only like the finest of the fine, the richest of the rich can afford to come hear the orchestra play. And I'm just like, right. So those people are like 90 plus and are dying.
Mhm.
Like, let's not make people who don't dress like, in a three-piece suit feel like they can't come listen to us like Beethoven 5, even though they know the piece and enjoy the music. Like, just it's just the little things like this that make a difference in someone wanting to come.
Right. And I encourage people If you wanna come in jeans and a t-shirt to see an orchestra concert, you do it. We do not care. We are happy that you're there.
Like, that's all we want. We just want you to be there and make it fun. And this, like, made me think of an orchestra, that my high school teacher plays, and they do a concert that's, like, Beethoven and blue jeans, and, like, for that concert, they all wear, like, a white button down and, like, jeans and, like, tennis shoes for this concert. And, like, their big thing about that is, "Oh, it, like, encourages the audience to come and, like they can come and wear whatever they want and, like, be really relaxed." And then I'm just like, "So then what is it the rest of the time?" And they're like,
Right.
"Tuxedo with tails and a vest and blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Got it." So they're fully aware of it. They're fully aware of, like, what they can and can't do with it and how it'll sound and look, but they're just like, "It's a fun one that's really relaxed." And I'm just like, "They're playing Beethoven 5. No one's relaxed playing that one. I'll tell you."
No.
If anything, I'm taking my jeans are, like, cutting off the circulation in my legs. Free me so I can put on, like, I don't know, baggier pants or something. That's crazy, but we love to see
Yeah.
the change.
I
We love seeing the
know.
change.
I
And plus,
also
it
oh, go
oh
ahead.
my gosh, I'm
Sorry.
sorry. Both of us. That's my last thought, I promise. That's my last thought, but also I just this also saves money on dry cleaning for me. I don't know,
Absolutely.
sorry, I'm like, "Oh, I have to take, like, both of my tuxes and my suit," because I had 3 weeks of concerts in a row that were just like boom, 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 wearing those, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna get these dry cleaned," and they're like, "Alright, that's gonna be a lot of money that you don't have or wanna use on this," and I'm like, "Okay, thanks, thanks." So, glad I can just throw my concert clothes with my regular clothes in my
Mhm.
washer and dryer and call it a day.
I was gonna just share a fun mishap I had one time with concert clothing, and it was we were still doing tuxes. This was just for an Ed show in the morning, still had to be tuxed. It's when I was still living with my parents, and the closet was kind of dark, and so I was packing my suitcase to stay overnight, and I grabbed a shirt, threw it in the suitcase, and then I got it out the next morning. It was like a pale yellow and not a white shirt. My god, I was mortified, and so I start texting the personnel manager/ slash first oboist, and I was like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this. I do have white shirts. I'll go to, like, the Walmart and buy one before the show if they're open," and she was just like, "Lol, that's hilarious. It's fine."
She said, "LOL. I'm laughing out loud." Anyways, carry
So,
on,
I just
Matthew.
played the
Don't worry about it.
concert in a yellow shirt.
Just a pale yellow. Ooh, ah. You just love the attention. I just know it. You're just like, "Oh
That's
no, I
all it
got the
was
wrong
for.
shirt."
"Oh,
Like, I can't
no."
help it. The closet's so dark when you're in there.
Oh,
That's so
ugh.
funny.
I think that's the only real big mishap I've had with concert clothes. That's not entirely true. I know a few months ago for another Ed show, I left my black shirt at home, but it was the night before that I realized it. And being a crazy
Oh,
person, and because I was staying in a hotel, I got there like an hour and a half early to like put my
mhm.
stuff in the hotel. And I went, well, guess I'll go to the Walmart down the street and buy another black shirt.
I mean, and that's what you have to do.
Hmm.
It happens to the best of us.
And I was
I
like,
think I only
easy
have, like
peasy.
I think I only have one mishap like that, and it literally was, like, the first concert where they were like, "Oh, you guys are switching to all black," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, fabulous. Love this song." Opened my, like, bag, and I was like, "I left both of my black dress shirts at home." They were on my couch when I got back, like, 2 days later, and I was just like, "So close." You guys were right next to my bag, and I was supposed to throw you in there, and then I had to go to Walmart that morning too to go find some, and I bought 3 because I was like, "This will never happen to me again. I will never
Hmm.
do this again." See, change is good until change is bad, and you forget because you're,
Yes.
like, so used to routine. Ah, whatever.
I've been thinking about keeping like an extra set of black clothes in my car just in
Honestly,
case.
yeah, just, like, have it in a garment bag, like, on a
Mhm.
hanger or whatever, like, lay it in your trunk or something so, like, you can throw stuff on top of it that hopefully won't destroy it, but, like, it's locked up in a way because you never know. One of my friends used to carry he used to drive around in our undergrad with the tux, an extra tux in his car, and it would just be, like, hanging on, like, the little handle on the passenger seat, and I'd be like, "What is this?" And he's just like, "Well, you never know." And I was like, "You're ridiculous. You're crazy." He got asked to play a concert an hour before the concert and had to wear that. And he was just like, "I told y'all I wasn't crazy." And I was like, "Heard, heard." So
It's like, yeah, you are still crazy, but you needed it. It's fine.
I'm like, "It worked out in your favor. You're still getting locked up in a loony bin. You know that? You know we're still gonna lock you away." He was like, "So be it."
Well, shall we move on to some of our New Year's resolutions?
Yes, and you guys heard that right. We are doing New Year's resolutions. At first, I was like, this could be corny, and then we decided it's not gonna be corny. It's gonna be real, it's authentic, and we're gonna be bettering ourselves in the new year. So let's do it, Matthew. Shall you go first, or shall I go first?
You go first.
Fine. I'll go first. So the way we kind of did it was in categories of like practice, performance, and personal like resolution. So our three P's. So for mine, for practice, I decided it was going to be more fun practice. So normally my practice sessions always end up being whatever music I have on the stand that I have for my next concert. But then I realized I want to play like something fun. So I have a lot of solo rep that I've bought at past IDRS conferences or saw people posting about music on their stores and I was like, I'll buy that. And it just collects dust. So I decided I'm going to start working on like fun music on top of my gig music just so my practice sessions don't feel so congested and full of like dread about having to play like Tombo or something and being like, oh my gosh, I'm done practicing, it's over. Versus I could do something fun after and just, end my practice session with something fun so I won't feel as dead inside. Yay. And then for my performance resolution, I usually preach to my students about listening to like the music that they're playing, and sometimes I don't do that. I will listen to like the big piece for like gig stuff, and I'll be like, yeah, that'll be on my Spotify Wrapped by the end of the year because I've listened to it so many times. But then I'll forget that I'm playing on like four other little pieces on a concert or whatever, and then I'm like, how does that go? I'm like, who's playing what there? And then I end up looking kind of foolish on the smaller pieces that are like, oh, this is like one rehearsal, we're gonna do it. And I'm like, I don't know when to come in because I am a fool and don't know what's going. So I decided I'm gonna start listening to more of my music and doing a little more homework going forward. And then for my personal resolution, okay, this one might be kind of controversial. And you know what? It's fine if people hate it on it, but I'm gonna be happy with my reads. I'm going to just stop letting this inanimate object ruin my life and take me on an emotional like ride if it's going bad. And I'll just fix it and just be happy instead of dwelling on it. But that's fine. Those are my resolutions. Matthew, what are yours? Or do you have thoughts about my resolutions and things?
Uh, you know, I will always be unhappy with my reads, and that's just what it is. Good for you for bettering yourself there. I'm always going to be fighting with mine.
And you know what? We're both on different journeys in life, but at the
Mhm.
same time, we're in it together and we're going to end up on this podcast together every time. So do what you must, sister. I will do what I will do.
So my practice resolution is to actually do long tones because I don't like doing long tones. I love playing scales and scale patterns. If none of you have ever done it, the Snavely book, which is actually for saxophone, is really incredible. I use that thing every day. It's my favorite.
Oh my gosh. I actually have that one on my shelf of things I don't
Oh,
play and look at. So I'm going to pull that out. Oh, okay. I love a scale moment for you, Matthew. I love that.
mhm. Well, and you know how it is good to play all your scales and scale patterns by memory, but sometimes it's just so nice to have them right there in front of you and to just go so that you can, I
Exactly.
think, sometimes think a little bit more about the intonation or the evenness or whatever, or how you're using your air and not having to think about the notes so much. And I know a lot of that, y'all are probably going, well, that's what long tones are for. And I know, but I don't want to do them. So I'm gonna make myself do them.
Exactly. At the end of the day, they just, like, stack on top of each other and just benefit each other, so it's fine. I love that.
My performance resolution is that I'm going to try and be more in the moment when I'm performing. I struggle pretty severely with health anxiety to the point that during performances, a few times I have had actual panic attacks, not just like anxiety attacks, but full on, I can't play anymore because I really do think I'm dying on this stage. And it's never from the music itself. It's not because I'm scared of playing. It's the I feel trapped. I feel scared that if something does happen, I can't get away. I have medications for it that help, but they take a little bit to kick in. But so
Oh,
with that, and then even just with regular performance nerves, where we can get in our head where we go, "Oh, that F sharp was sharp." And then you keep going, and because you're still thinking about that F sharp that happened 2 measures ago, you play a C natural instead of a C sharp 3 bars later, and then you're like, "Oh my gosh, what's wrong with me?" And so in
oh,
performance, I do think it's so important to just stay in what you are doing. If a mistake
yeah.
happens, you gotta keep on going. Um, I do feel I'm okay at it, sort of, but I
Mhm.
really do get in my head sometimes, and then I leave the concert and I keep thinking about it.
Oh, I
These
love
are
that.
my struggles, so that's something I'm going to continue to work on.
Yes, yes.
My personal resolution is that I'm going to try to make a stretch routine or find one that I actually enjoy,
Okay, yes.
'ca
Oh,
especially after my fall, I need to really be working on my flexibility.
come on, Tiny Tim, hit that death
Uh,
drop when you fall on the stairs.
I
I
know.
don't know. Oh, but yes, okay.
I think I need to find, like, stretch routines for geriatrics.
Um, you know what, Matthew? That is okay. If anything, and that those retirement homes that you sometimes play at, just like take a little peek around, just see like where's the activities director? Can I see a
Mhm.
routine book that you have just so I know, so I can get into this? Or let me know if there's an open class I can go to.
Oh, well, truly, even just I've read that 5 to 10 minutes of stretching per day can really help things a lot. So I'm gonna try and start with 3.
Hey, start slow and steady. You don't have to be able to like put your legs behind your head from the first try,
Mhm.
but if you can, good for you. I love that. I think that's really I was like, mine's gonna be about reads, and I'm like, mine sounds stupid compared to Matthew's, just like bettering yourself and just like doing that. So who knows? I will be happy with my reads, and maybe I'll also stretch the truth a little bit. I'm not gonna body stretch. I don't know. We'll give it a try, but Matthew, I love yours. So period.
Talking about being happy with your reads, I don't think we talked about reads earlier in the episode like we were supposed to. So,
Oh,
r
we had too much gigness on our minds. It's
I
okay.
know.
It's okay.
Last night, I tied reads for the first time in, like, 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh my Matthew.
I
Okay, for
have
everyone listening
been
for Matthew, that's like whoa. Because Matthew always be tying reads up. Matthew is like 3 to 6 a week.
mhm.
So oh, whoa.
So I've just been kind of living on a prayer,
Yes, you have. Oh.
especially with all these weather changes where it dipped down into the teens, and then literally the next day, it was in the 60s.
You're just like, don't wrap anything. Don't even look at the
Mhm.
knives. It's
And with that, I've just been going, "Something will work. Something in this box will work, and if it doesn't, I'm just gonna manipulate a lot and get through it."
yes. Especially with how many gigs you've had, like the time you're just like, I free time, do I eat and sleep or do I like work on reads for a little bit in between? It's like I don't yeah. So I don't
Lord
blame
knows
you.
I eat. That was never in question.
You're like that. I'm gonna say something that foolish again. Girl,
I we need to check the Taco Bell app and see how many times I went in the months of December.
I just want to. I need to see it. A Taco Bell wrapped, like Spotify wrap a Taco Bell, and it's
Woo!
just like, here you go, girl. They're like, you are a crunch wrap queen. You're like, I am. And what about it? I need my crunch wrap and my like 6 fire sauces because
Yes,
one is not
fire
enough.
sauce is the best.
Fire sauce is the only one. Like, why is it one time I asked for the fire sauce and they gave me mild, and I was like, you know what? I've had a long day. I'm just gonna try it again and see if I like it. I said, no, put it in the trash, and I ate the Taco Bell without sauce. I was that upset about it. I was like, I can't do
Mhm.
this.
So, I buy the bottles of fire sauce and just keep them in the fridge for emergencies when they don't give me the packets.
Have I told you lately that I'm like in love with you? I just want to check in on that because that's very real. That's very real.
Uh,
The weight of my heart is through your stomach. So the fire
uh,
sauce in the fridge, ready to go. I have a ring. I have a ring. I know you have a husband, but I'm sure he won't mind. This is for a special reason. This is very special. Jesus.
so how have your reads been?
Oh, my reads. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I went through those 2 gigs for Gigsmas on the same 3 reads. Which was, like, honestly a nightmare for the 2nd concert cycle that I had because I was like, "Oh, this is not Iowa, this is Missouri, so it's definitely, like, in the upper 40s and not, like, the teens and, like, low 20s." So I was like, "I have to work a little bit harder." And since it was, like, a short turnaround, I brought my read stuff to try to work on them, and I had maybe 30 minutes in total to like work on my reads. And I just said, you know what? This silent night won't be so silent because I'm gonna be blowing my brains out to get to come
Mhm.
out. That's how my like reads for myself have been. For my students, I have just they love doing this thing where they're like, oh, I need like 2 or 3 reads, and it's like 3 students at once. And I'm just like, you guys, you can't team up on me like that. So they definitely got a couple old reads here and there that I brought back to life, and I tell them up front when I do that, I'm like, "Oh, you might wanna use this one for practicing because it is a little old," don't bring it on that stage when you're playing Holly Jolly Hootenanny for your band concert because 'cause you're in the front row and you already have no control of your dynamics right now, so, like, be careful with this one. This pistol's loaded, so use another one that's not as crazy. So I spent after Gigmas was done for me, I spent this last week basically just trying to work on a bunch of reads for my students. I'll just trying to like clean my apartment every day and slowly get ready to travel back to Florida to see my family. So I got it done, but boy, I if I could show you guys pictures of these reads and post it on our pages, you would think I put it through a paper shredder. What? That's not what instead. I told them like, you're gonna love these reads, you guys. Because they played really nicely, but I was like, don't let looks fool you. It's gonna be good, but I cried doing this for you. So
I mean, that's how all of my reads look. They look so scary, and then I'm like, "But they sound nice."
they sound so nice. The guy is like, you make them sound gorgeous and you make it work because you're amazing. My students are fighting for
Like,
their lives this last like a week of school, begging like, I don't want to be banned anymore because I'm so exhausted.
we did have a few write-ins from people, mostly just comments, but then we did get one message.
Oh,
Cassandra Bassoon, which if y'all don't know Cassandra, she makes super fun little stickers and things for both oboe and bassoon. Definitely go check her out. She said, "I love half page turns with the foot pedal, a lifesaver." Totally agree.
thank you, Queen.
Emily Mendez said, "I'm a half page turn with foot pedal person. I love my iPad," and not her Android.
Okay,
And
Emily, love girl. I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that though. Anyways, next.
Natalie Swenson just commented and said, "A gorgeous bimbo," about you.
I love when people see things like that. I love when they see it and say it. It's true.
We also had a message from Michael that said, "Apple folks, are more prone to suggestion and mob mentality. Don't shoot the messenger. Read the scientific literature. It's the same as MAGA. And I was like, oh, how interesting. And truly, now I do want to read about it. I think that's fascinating.
I'm not saying
Mm,
the tea is hot, but the tea is scalding. The pipeline is a beautiful thing to witness. Send me that article because I would like to read things too.
and he also said, "It's true, ladies. However, you're both beautiful, and it doesn't matter what you use as long as you continue to be fantastic oboists and give us fabulous content."
Oh, thank you. We will, whether you want it or not. So get ready. 2026, we're coming in more unhinged and even hotter.
Also, all that being said, we have 362 downloads of our podcast. So thank you, everyone, for downloading, for
Yeah,
listening,
yes.
or even for only downloading it and not listening, or going to the beginning and then going all the way to the end to make it seem like you listened. Whatever you're doing, we really appreciate it.
We love you all. Ah.
Well, I think that does it for this episode of Oboe Slander. You can email us at oboslanderqueens@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram at oboslander or TikTok at oboe.slander or on Facebook, also just by searching Oboe Slander. Do you have anything to add?
For all of our listeners out there, if you want to send in your resolutions for the new year, you totally can. We would love to find out what you guys want to change about yourself music-wise or, personal in your life, goals, things like that. So send them our way. Please, please, please.
Okay, bye.
Toodaloo. Peace.